Hello everyone, welcome to Ajiro Tech. Ajiro Tech. So in this video, we'll be looking at the CIE, IGCSE Information and Communication Technology, which is ICT. The course code is 0417, paper 3, website authoring, October, November 2018. So let's go. Let's dive down to it. Evidence 1. So open the file N183 evidence.rtf. We have this in the background. Make sure your name, center number, and candidate number will appear on every page of your evidence document by placing these details in the header. Start. Save this as a word process document in your work area with the file name followed by your candidate number. Task 2, web page. You will develop a web page for the construction department of the chiller steel shed. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this. Is going to be my title. Efficient markup and style sheet must be used. All color code must be in hexadecimal. Okay. Create a new folder called shed. Okay. So let's create the folder. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to copy this first. So I'm just going to close this. Okay, right here I'm going to create it. So I'm going to go to new folder. I'm going to paste this shed. Now I'm going to open this folder. So what am I moving there? Locate the following files and store them in your shed folder. Okay, let's look at it. I have N183 construction, C construct, tables. Where's the tables? Which is CSS, not again, logo. Okay, I'm going to right click. I'm going to use this to cut. Okay, and I'm going to use this to paste. This is for Windows 11. Alright, so that's fine. Let's go ahead. All table styles required by the company are all internal and external grid line for the table must be a single border 4 pixels wide, which can be seen on the web page. Okay, the grid line must be defined, should be defined as, so this is external grid line, which is your table. The table is going to have this color code, and your TD, which is the table data, is going to have this color code as well. All text should be center aligned within the table, both horizontally and vertically. Okay. John, a trainee, has created a style sheet. Okay, so for this table styles, examine the styles in your own word, the syntax and the efficiency of the style sheet. So I'm just going to quickly type it. I'll pause and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've been able to open the style sheet. So let me do it again, because it's important that we do that. So I was just able to open it, so let me just open it and show you. Okay, so opening this table styles. Okay, now this is what um, we observe, okay, because we're going to examine the style sheet and evaluate our own styles and efficiency of this style sheet, okay, the syntax and efficiency of the style sheet. So let's look at it. Now, after examining it, we saw that the two times border color are BGR, not RGB. Now, let me explain. Now, if you go to the border color, right here, the border color right here, um, notice that for table and for TD, it's set to BGR and it's meant to be what? RGB. Okay, so that is one thing we we observed. Two, color missing the hashtag to show a hex value. It is so missing, guys. It doesn't have this. Okay, right here doesn't have, so this doesn't make it a color code. Okay, three, vertical align value is incorrect and should be middle. Okay, so the vertical align center, right? So it should be middle, not center. Okay. Another one is efficient CSS as table and TD defined together. That was what we observed. Now, table and TD defined together, which is okay. Okay, it's efficient, although there's still some modifications that need to be made, but it's fine. And borders could be compressed for efficiency to border. So for example, it should be 4 pixels um, solid and collapse, okay, which is what we have done. So borders could be compressed for efficiency to borders, okay. All right, so let's go ahead. Edit the training style sheet so that it matches the table styles required by the company. So obviously what we're going to do here is we're going to have to adjust the color code first, okay. So the external is RGB, so RGB, not BGR. So that's for the external we have. Okay, so let's start fixing it, those issues we have. So for the external grid line, which is the table, it is a full red. Okay, so I'm just going to modify the table, guys, because I want to be sure. Okay, borders. Probably this was not, I think this was just typed. So for the borders color, I'm going to select red. So probably we have this. So it's meant to be RGB FFF, right? So I'm just going to apply it, and that has changed. Okay. Okay. For the TD, I'm going to modify it. The TD is going to be what? Okay. I'm just going to select any color, guys, right? Let me just select the red. So we have FF 57, and then we have 33. Okay, RG. Going to apply it. I'm going to OK. Before I go to the H, I think there is add CSS to your style sheet to automatically place all tables in the center of the window. Okay, for the table, I'm going to modify it. So this is going to be in box. So the right is going to be auto. Now this is going to be in the margin, and the left is also going to be auto. Okay, going to light. Okay, what else? Set the H1 to a white font. So I'm going to create a new style right here in line 16. H1, and the font color is going to be white. Remember, all color codes are going to be in hexadecimal, not just type it in white. Okay, so we're going to use hexadecimal for that. So set the style H1 to a white font. We're going to apply it. Okay, now for the tables, I'm going to modify this. So I have okay, a lot of things has been done. Background color, I'm going to put the okay, I'm going to apply that. Good. What else? The borders width, okay, is 4 and solid. Tables for border collapse. For text alignment, that should be that should be block. Now, text at the center, vertical align should be middle. So horizontal talks about the alignment, right? The text is center, that's horizontal, and both horizontal and vertically. Okay, I think I saw that somewhere. Both horizontal and vertically. Um, I saw that somewhere. Yeah, all text should be aligned something like this. Yeah, within the table, both horizontal and vertically. Right. So okay, so we have middle here. Okay. Okay, what else have we not done? I think let's apply that. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Add your name, center number, candidate number to the end of the style sheet as a comment. Okay, click here, Ajiro, ND, AN 017, 2023. Alright, going to save. Save the style sheet as table, followed by your candidate number, for example. So let's save it. It's gonna obviously an exam. Please type it the way it is. Okay, just gonna save as I'm gonna save it as table followed by your candidate number. Okay, take a copy of your style sheet. When they say take a copy, you're meant to copy, not take a screenshot. So take a copy and place this in your evidence. This is going to be evidence too. So I'm going to select all, copy, evidence 2. Okay, I'm just going to do this. Remove spacing. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Question 3. Okay, so the cascading style, let's look at this. We've taken a copy. They said identify the name of the correct web development layer to complete each of the following statement. The cascading style sheets are part of the dash layer in website development. Obviously, that's presentation layout because presentation talks about the display of it. So yeah, so CSS are more of the formatting features for it in the web development. Hyperlinks are in action in a web page and they are part of the content. For hyperlinks are an action in a web page and they are part of what we call the content slash the structure layout. Okay, so for hyperlinks they're the structure, right? Because they talk more on linking pages, right? So they are either the content or the structure. Now the text and images of a web page are added to a web page in the content or structure. The hyperlinks, the text and images are still added to the content or structure. And actions like hover or or click will be found in the behavior or the scripting layer. Okay, so very important. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead now. Type the name of each web development layer into your evidence document. So obviously we have done that, so let's move. Create a web page called shared copy. So let's do that. Web page, I'm just going to save this for now and create a new page. Okay, so we have this. So okay, let's I always put my title. I don't let it be on title, and I tell my students that as well to always ensure that they have a title, except stated otherwise. Okay, most time they tell you to put a title. If they don't tell you, please always put a title. Okay, it may mean nothing, but then again, it makes the work presentable. Okay, so this is going to be my title. I'm just going to put it here and the title. Okay. There will be time to save. Let's go back. I think it's shared. Yes, definitely shared. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to click on save. It definitely prompt me to save it. So I'm just going to use. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. So nope. I think I copied the other one. So let me just copy. All right. I go to design. This web page must work in all browsers, and we have a table structure as shown below. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 rows, 2 columns. Okay, so let's quickly do that. Go to tables, insert tables. It has a 6 row, A to G, A B C D E F G, A B C D E F. Yeah, I think it has to an F. Oh, to a G. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. 6. Yeah. Okay. And 2 column. Okay, now what is going to be, it's going to be in let me see, is it in pixels? Each table cells is identified with the letter and all dimensions are in pixels. So this is going to be, the width is going to be 810. Okay, that's the highest width here. So 810. Okay, 810. Okay, okay, done. And we're going to merge the first and the last one, the first row and the last row. So we're going to merge it. Right click, modify, merge cell, highlight rather, right click, modify, myself. What again? From C to F is merged. Now this is the row. Now this is the row span. If you check, you see that this is the column span rather, because we are merging the columns. Okay, we're barely merging this. This is column span. But if we're going to merge here, this is going to be for the row span. When you're merging across here, it's seen as column, and when you're merging across here, it's seen as row. Okay, that this is 4 rows and this is 2 column. Okay, right click, modify, merged, and if you come here, you see that this is row span 4. Okay, all right. Each table cell is identified with a letter and all dimensions are in pixels. The letters and dimensions shown in the table must not appear on your final web page. Okay. The image SSS logo has been created but has white corners. Okay. Edit the image to remove these corners and save the and has what white corners. Save the image with a new file format as SSS logo.png. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to open my paint.net, and at the time of this recording, I'm using the latest video, the latest version rather. Okay, and for my students, this is right there on the Google Classroom for them. Okay, so let me import it. I'll click on File, click on Open, and let me look for it. 18. Okay, so obviously it says it has white corners. Okay, these are the white corners it has. Okay, that's the white corners. I did image to remove these corners, so let's remove the corners. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to click here. Okay, and I'm going to click here as well to move some certain part of it. Okay, okay, I can use the rulers, that's good. Okay, and I can use the rulers right here. So the rulers are up here. This will guide you to know what to ensure that what you're taking off. Okay, so this makes it equal. Yeah, so I'm going to click on image, I'm going to click crop selection, and then we have it good. So this has been removed. Okay, so we are good to go. Now what name are we saving this? It says save the image with a new file format. So I think it was, let me see guys, so this was in, let me check the properties, it was in JPEG. You can actually see it right here, JPEG, right? So alright, what happens? Okay, so we're going to save it with this. I'm just going to copy this, click on file, click on, nope, I'm not going to save it. I'm going to save as. Okay, paste this. Also, just a new file format. Okay, nothing really special, just a new file format. I'm changing this to PNG, and I'm going to save it. 100 MB is okay. 100 kilobytes is okay. Okay, so is my work done here? Yes, it is done. This is 50. This is 100. Place in cell A the image, cell A. Okay, so let me place in cell A. So what I'll do right here is, no guys, there's something I've not done. The dimensions, I've not taken the dimension. Okay, so this is 810. Table properties. Okay, so the height is going to be, if you're not sure, you can always check the table properties to be sure the width you've given. It is another option. So the height is going to be 130. So cell properties, the height is going to be 130. Apply. I'm just going to do this. From C to F is the same. So this is 210 by 150. So from C, okay. So I'm going to right click on cell properties, specify the width, which is 210, and the height is going to be by 150. Okay, 210, the height is going to be C, D, E, F. Going to apply. Okay, so this right here is going to be 600 by 600. Right click the cell property. This is going to be 600, and the height is also going to be 600. Going to apply it. Okay, and lastly, this is going to be, the height is going to be, already we have the width defined, so the height is going to be 80. Right click. Okay, so now we are done. So let's post this in the first one here. Okay, now you can add the image here. So I'm going to add it here in this video. Okay, this is going to be October, November. So you check, this is PNG. That's how you check. I like using alternative text. Very easy for me. So I'm just going to use logo. They're the same thing really, so doesn't matter with you using. So I can just type logo. So whichever one works. Okay, so we have it here. Place in cell B the image n183 construct.png. Okay, cell B, which is cell B? Let's go. Okay, that's cell B. Okay, so I'm going to click here for the image. I like using my alternative text. I'm just going to copy this. Copy. Whoa, my God. Beside the image, your markup, let's check the size of it. Whoa, 7. So what we're going to resize this image in your markup so that it is 6 pixels square. Okay, so I'm going to right click on it, click on picture properties, appearance. So I'm just going to make it 600 square, right? So what I'm going to do is, if I type 600, it's going to be 600 by 600, so that makes it square. Okay, so okay, good. So this becomes 600 by 600 square. Okay, place the text specialist especially steel shed in cell C to CDEF. Okay. Okay, what else? Aluminium shed in cell D, gallery in cell E, about us in cell F, web page created by followed in cell G, copy. If you go back, you see that this is in the last row. Okay, there's a colon there followed by your name, Ajiro ND, AN 017, 2023. Set all this text as style H1. Okay, it's going to be H1 as well. It's going to be H1. Okay, H1, H1, H1. All right. Attach the style sheet that you have saved in step 2 to your web page. Now save the web page in your shared folder. Now I'm pretty sure this is saved already. I'm just going to click on save. If I go here, I think this is saved already, so that's easy peasy. So I'm going to attach it. I'm going to click here to attach it, to attach this. Attach style sheet, browse, which is table, open. Okay, so this has been applied and I'm liking it. Okay, good. Display the web page in your browser. If necessary, resize it so that all of your web page can be seen, all of the text can be easily read, the address bar is visible. This you have to take note of. Your web page can be seen, the text can be easily read, the address bar is visible, and you are taking a single screenshot of the browser window and you are placing this in evidence document. Okay, so I'm just going to save this work and I'm going to open it in my Chrome. Okay, so right here is visible in my Chrome. Now I'm going to minimize it a bit. Yes, it is looking fine by me, and I'm just going to take a screenshot. Okay, do I have my snipping tool? Let me take a screenshot. Please, the only thing that should show on your tab should just be the title of your website that you're creating. Every other tab should not show. Obviously, I'm actually at work, so obviously we have some Google Classroom, and of course my YouTube channel, and of course my graphic software. I'm making use of the online graphic software. I'm making use of just a workstation. So please, it's important that the only thing that shows is just your title of the website you've created. If you don't put the title, it's going to be on title 1. Okay, so as much as possible. So I'm going to place this in evidence 4. Okay, evidence 4. Just going to just place this in evidence 4. Okay, so take a copy of the HTML source and place this in your evidence document. When they say place the screenshot, you're taking a screenshot. When they say take a copy, you're copying the code. Okay, all right, so let's do that. So I'm just going to go to my code and I'm going to copy this. Right click, select all, right click, copy. and I'm going to paste it here. Now I will need to adjust it, so I'm going to highlight it. Okay, come here, remove space after paragraph. And I'm going to adjust it this. Okay, please don't just copy and paste. Okay, so we've been able to adjust it, and this is looking good. And what else? So we have come to the end of this paper, right? We've come to the end of it. So let's the next thing we're going to do is to print our evidence document. So let's print our evidence document right away. This is going to be printout 3. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to print it. So I'll click on file, click on save, click on file, click on print. Okay, it's looking okay. Is it looking okay? Yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to print this. This is going to be 20 W's for October, November. Okay, so this is going to be a printout 3, and yes. Okay, it's important for you to actually go to your evidence document. Very, very important to see how it looks like, the website, the copy of your HTML code. Very important to see that everything is legible. And with that, I think it's looking good. And with that, we have come to the end. I think so obviously my video, what I do is we look at what was actually difficult here in this paper. I think it was relatively easy. Okay, apart from the fact that I think not question 3, question 1. I think question one was a bit tactic, a bit tricky, because obviously you need to know we'll talk about vertical if it's going to be vertical align. You need to know if it's going to be you need to know that it's middle and not center, because that's for horizontal. Vertical is just between, it has to be top, bottom, or middle. Okay, you need to know that. You need to know your hexadecimal has a hash, and you need to know your color component, which in hexadecimal is RGB and not BGR. So if you know that guys here, you need to know that your external lines are tables, internal lines are for TD. Okay, and of course I think that's all, guys. And then we have a theory question. So yes, we are done with this. Please, it's not important to just watch. It's not a movie, but more or less practice along with it. Practice along with it. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It has a lot of materials in there. And trust me, it's a giveaway. Okay? And please, it's important. Practice makes perfect, but a perfect practice gives you an astounding result. See you in the next video. Bye.